realize they're really limited to the time they have whenever they're having to put out fires or go into a house that is on fire. I've been working a lot with Brad Bowman, who had the really bad burns on his back and has had several with the skin grafts done. The system that he's using in particular is actually a portable system similar to this. His is a little bit smaller. It's about this big of a bag that he can actually slide his belt through, and he's using the vest, so he can actually go outside now and work out in the yard even longer cooling time. He'll get about an hour of cooling time with that particular system he's using. And this way, he's not having to be out there 15 minutes and go back in, cool off, and then only come back out for a short amount of time. These systems here is our multi-person system. This is just a 4-man system. We can do up to 12 men at a time. We can do as little as 2 people at a time, or 1 person. We have a hard shell cooler, and they'll do just 1 person. But the hard shell coolers, the difference, you're getting several hours of cooling time with these. With these portable systems, the longest you're going to get is up to 2 hours on our biggest system, because it's really just for convenience of being able to not be tethered to something. You can just be moving around. And it's real simple, it's just ice and water. We've just got this filled up with, you can buy like bags of ice, just put the ice in there, or block ice, and then fill it up with water, and then you're good to go. Hook your hoses up to it, and whichever type of garment. The vest usually seems to be the best choice because it's easy, zip on, zip off. We do have cotton shirts. The best one, we have them in white and in black. We have FR shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, and compression shirts, but I don't think that you guys would probably be interested in the compression. I've been told, the feedback I've been getting back is they'll actually burn into the skin as opposed to burning off the skin. But we also have the Safe Temp sensors, which are these here.
I'll talk a little bit about the sensor, just get her help on that. Basically, it's here's a little flyer on it too. If you want to grab one and pass it around, you're welcome to it. The heat stress alarm was actually developed some years ago by the president and CEO of our company for athletics, for football players. You might have even caught it on the news. It was a design, and it simply reads skin surface temperature correlated to core temperature, and it would send a signal, in this case to the sideline. The football player, the guy on the sideline would have a monitoring device that would detect each player's core temp, and when the core temp hit a dangerous level, it alerted on a hand device and said, player so-and-so needs to come take a break because he's getting to that dangerous level. Well, since then we developed it where it would be a self-alert system, more for a lot more in the industrial world and other applications where people are on their own a lot of times, and they don't always have a buddy system going on. Most of the time they do, but in a lot of cases they don't. Where this alarm would alert them as the individual when their core temp reached a dangerous level where they need to take a break. How it works is you apply it under the carotid or up on the temporal lobe, like inside the band of a hard hat or headband of some form. Most successful has been right here, primarily because when your skin surface reaches 100 degrees, it's correlated to 103 core temperature. This guy alerts. It just sends off an audible alert, and I'll get it to it. He'll probably do it.
And ambient temperatures do not affect the readings on that.
It's actually only geared for human condition. So it will only censor human conditions, like you set it on a hot plate or something. That's the 60 dB alert. That's a good idea by the carotid because it's close to the ear. You can hear it. But very simple. This is the same technology they've used in the medical field for years for checking babies' temperatures and da-da-da, the temporal lobe. Same technology, it just is, it's calibrated to be at 103 core, found to be the best point before people start getting to the dizzy, nauseous, miserable stages where heat catches up with you to that level. So it alerts you before you get to that point. That's a little bit on the sensor.
Does it actually, does it stick to you, or is it
Yeah,
just something you...
good question. Ideally, you want to use an alcohol swab to get the oil off the skin. And there's a little donated adhesive. It's a 3M medical grade water resistant adhesive that you just reapply a new one onto the sensor each time you install it onto the carotid. And the life of this sensor is 2 years. So it can be used over and over and over again. You can, of course, sanitize it clean, hand it off to a different user. Then it's just a matter of having some spare donuts to reapply one each day. And it's pretty aggressive too. I've even taken a shower with it on, and it didn't come off. And I've tried to make it come off, and it wouldn't. So.
Have you know of anybody in any other services are using this in the fire service? Have they tried that?
In the fire service, not so much. The part of the business I've been running lately has been more the industrial world of
Welders.
just examples like a Lockheed Martin type company or
Well, anybody that's working outside.
anybody in hot environments, but there's been a bunch of different areas.
Okay.
There's one company that's worldwide that uses these sensors all over the place, and they do all kinds of different construction with heating, with the oil industry and power generation business and such. They've used them a bunch, and they found it to be a very beneficial little sensor.
You could, just so you can feel how cold he's getting.
Can I actually put it on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stand up and roll it for us.
Yeah, actually, we need two guinea pigs.
Go ahead, Ron. I want to see one of these.
I don't know what
You
size
would,
they grab
so
with it.
it's not Ron's size.
I don't know if that's gonna fit.
Is that a
that, right?
medium or?
Yeah, that's Brian's size.
We go up to, we stock up to triple X, so we can.
I won't be wearing one of these, so. The copier runs hot or something like that.
A copyright. No.
Is that how it's recommended to wear it on top of a shirt?
Well, obviously, if you have just a cotton shirt on, you can put it on, that would be best. Because obviously, the more layers you have underneath this, the less
Right.
you're gonna feel that effect.
Okay.
These are really, they're best for just taking on and off quickly. The compression shirts, when they do wear those, anything tighter fitting, that's up to the skin, you're gonna feel that more.
So this stays at one central location, like a rehabilitation
this.
point,
Yep.
and people
Come here-
arrive
come here
and
and
put it
try
on.
Yeah, just as an example, I'm sure you're familiar with
This feels
the,
like a cool wet shirt.
down in
Not wet.
Forsyth, Georgia, the Fire Training Academy down
Right.
there. They've used our rehab system for a number of years. For training and application, and they have 2 6-person systems. If you've been down there, it's a blue vest. We did a different style vest. You remember? You ever seen that?
I've seen those.
Okay. Yeah, that blue vest with a big blue igloo cooler, 6-man manifold, that was our old system. I have a flyer that shows that system.
Yeah.
But what they have found, they have like that
Oh,
little,
yeah.
they have that little awning down there, and then they've made up their own little misting fan concept so they get some cooler air into the area.
In all of our systems.
But I was down there some years ago when they were recertifying the officers, and it was 100 degrees in the shade, and they were thinking about just canceling it altogether. It was just too hot, for that training application, and they decided to go ahead with it anyway. And they didn't have one heat-related incident because there were 5 to 7 minutes. Your vitals are back to acceptable levels. You can rotate back in. Of course, they don't do it that quick, but realistically, in about 10 to 20 minutes for a firefighter that needs to rotate back into a fire, they quit. It does it safely and effectively without, you don't want it too cold. You can handle it. You don't want you don't want your
Yeah, this will
the
be
basic
our
constricting of
four-man
your arteries.
system.
You want to just, cool water will transfer body heat a lot faster than
Typically
air will.
retail.
In a rehab environment,
but they're usually the-
like, say, Brian and Chief Oldham are having, his crew's coming out, he's going in.
Yeah.
Can you take that and dip it in a bucket or something to, like, say, wash some of the sweat and all off? To me, that, there's a there could be,
Cross-contamination.
not infection control, but
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
We have hospitals that will use, they use a vest very similar to this. Some of them wash it, some of the doctors like to just dip it in, very diluted chlorine solution,
it works.
and then just hang it up.
Actually,
So that
this
way it
is
just
like a
sanitizes
wet
it.
shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the rehab environment,
Yeah.
you got users that are rotating through.
Yep.
How do you at least provide some kind of gross decon to that?
That's an excellent question. What some have done in the past is also used a decontaminant spray, disinfectant type spray for the inner shell. You can, what most people do is just have a cleansing on a rag and just wipe them clean, hang them up. But it's, that's always seems to be a concern, and I can appreciate it. But the guys wearing a, they're wearing their t-shirt underneath, obviously, putting that on. It's pretty marginal that you're gonna have that issue, but it's a good concern to have.
Yeah, but after you go back to the station, they're gonna need to be some form of cleaning being done to them before you
You
put them back up.
You can hand wash these, or machine wash these, cold or warm water, dry them in the dryer, but drip drying is better, just because the stitching, it'll prolong the life. Drip drying, it might take 10 minutes on a day like today. It's pretty quick. That's a
So-
good thought, good thought.
To deploy that, basically, you just open it up, fill it with ice and water,
I see.
turn it on.
It's as simple as, I'll show you the inside. This particular cooler company, we're all excited to start using. Come to find out that they're going out of business.
Yeah.
Our
I'm
other
gonna do my
coolers
best
will
to-
be very similar to this,
This one is an ice hole. It's cold. It's great. And the cooler, I mean, the wall, you can see. The wall in this thing, it's a puppy compared to this thing.
This is actually made by some veterans in Texas that started the company.
Yeah.
That we actually have a lot of these coolers, but
Yeah, actually, the cooler, the other company that basically these guys emulated, I think it's called Brute Coolers. Same concept like Yeti, yeah, but it's the walls on these things you can see, they're just